Americans have woken up to some reeling economic news. Is this the 3 in the morning call now? Is this it?
It sure is a crisis, and I think it's the kind of crisis that demands the full attention of the President, the entire administration, the Congress. I called for such a summit gathering some months ago because I have seen this coming for 2 years, and I've been really distressed that we've allowed it to deteriorate, because we face this crisis and the underlying problems are not yet addressed, and that is people losing their homes, value of their home, credit drying up, businesses unable to borrow, not hire, not making new investments. I think Alan Greenspan said the other day it was a once-in-a-century crisis, and that's pretty daunting.
Was the President right? Was the White House right not to bail out Lehman?
Well, we won't know that. I'd like to dial the clock back and say that the President and this administration have really been asleep. They haven't regulated, they haven't kept watch and monitored what has been going on in the markets and in the credit situation that our country faces. And what's really sad is that it may be looking like it's a Wall Street crisis, but it's a Main Street crisis. It's an economic crisis that is rippling through the economy. And I would reiterate calls that I have made for the last many months to put a moratorium on home foreclosures, to freeze interest rates. If we don't stabilize the home market, then as serious as these bailouts are, they're not going to solve the problem. And I'm very concerned about how late to the game the Bush administration was. But we are where we are now, and we all need to do whatever we can in the Congress and in the private sector to try to avoid further deterioration.
Have to ask you a couple of political questions, get brought up to date here. A lot of people are saying with this kind of economic news, this situation, Senator Obama and the Democrats should be further ahead. Why is it so close? And particularly that 20-point swing among white women that we just saw in a recent ABC News poll. What did he do wrong, and what does he have to do to get them?
Well, we have close elections. That is part of modern American politics, and I always thought this would be a close election. I believe with all my heart we're going to win this election, and I'm doing all I can to try to make the case that after the 8 years we've seen and the crisis after crisis that we have watched under this president and the Republican policies, we sure don't want to reward that. And we need new leadership, and we need the kind of changes that will work for America.
But we're still seeing some 17% of your voters saying that they're going to McCain. What does he have to do to get them?
Well, he's doing it. He's talking about the economy. He's talking about what's at stake in this election. I was in Ohio, and I've been in Florida and Nevada and New Mexico and across the country, making the case that if you voted for me, you have so much more in common with Senator Obama than you would with Senator McCain. In light of all the important issues, I mean, what people talk to me about when I'm shaking hands after I speak for Barack is losing their job, having to take another job, worried about their home value, concerned about health care. That's what's on the minds of Americans who are struggling so hard, and they deserve leadership that will be on their side. And I think that's what Senators Obama and Biden offer.
Senator Claire McCaskill said recently that she felt that it was a dangerous decision to pick Governor Palin because of Senator McCain's age and because of his health. Do you agree?
What I have said is we need to keep focused on the differences between the Republicans and the Democrats. This goes way beyond any one candidate. It's really about the future that we have to fight for. And I am doing all I can to keep focused on what matters in the lives of Americans. We have a better economic policy. We had a difficult situation in 1993 when my husband became president. Democrats fixed it. We have all kinds of challenges, and if we don't look at the differences between what Senator McCain and Governor Palin offer in terms of policies, and in my view, misplaced policies, compared to what we offer, then we're going to get diverted and we're not going to make the right decision.
So you're not going to endorse what she said?
I think the point is not the vice presidential candidate on the other side, with all due respect. It is the presidential candidate. Senator McCain is not offering much of a change from what has already been the policies of the Republicans and of this administration.
In a flash, be the first to know what's coming up on Good Morning America tomorrow with the GMA Daily Flash email. All the great insider details you want to know from GMA. Go to abcnews.com, click the GMA page, and sign up for the Daily Flash. And you can even enter to win the weekly GMA Flash gift bag giveaway. Sign up now.